Coming Back is a listener-supported podcast. If you like the show and want to see it reach more grieving ears and hearts, support Coming Back on Patreon at patreon.com/ShelbyForsythia. My Patreon supporters get exclusive access to weekly grief journaling prompts and live grief hangouts with me. Pledge for as little as $1 per month and change or cancel your support at any time. Join this growing behind-the-scenes community now at patreon.com/ShelbyForsythia. Thank you so much for listening to Coming Back. Just one more thing, grief growers. Do you ever feel trapped, stuck, or silenced in the aftermath of loss? Are you struggling to figure out who you are now or what your life is made of now that death, divorce, or diagnosis has steamrolled through? Whether you're trying to cultivate deeper self-compassion, figure out where grief belongs in your life now, or simply feel like you have more room to breathe, the 3 words that your heart needs to hear are permission to grieve. Permission to Grieve is the title of my latest book, a tribute to the 3 little words that changed how I saw myself and my grief after the death of my mom. I know it has the power to change how you see yourself and your grief in whatever loss you're facing. You can find Permission to Grieve now on Amazon. Give yourself more grace, space, and room to breathe in the aftermath of loss, because we could all use a little more permission to grieve. Hi there, grief growers, and welcome to the Season 7 finale of Coming Back. I have so enjoyed spending the last 12 weeks with you, and I'm honored to be a resource that you tune into for grief support and inspiration when life is unbearable, and sometimes just plain hard. This finale episode is a little bit different from my previous finale episodes. Unlike the others, I will not be summing up this season's theme and telling you how you can enter to win a bunch of wonderful grief books. Instead, I'm sharing something really, really exciting with you. My brand new online course and a chance to win one of 3 scholarships to join me in it. So the name of the course is Life After Loss Academy, and is kind of a play on words and speaks to the student of griefness that we talk about so much here on Coming Back, that being a perpetual student of the experience of grief. So starting January 1st, I am rolling out my library of exercises, conversations, and grief resources to help you feel like you're safe in the world again, to help you break up with the image of the quote-unquote perfect griever that you've perhaps constructed in your mind. I know a lot of grievers do this. And you can also get help saying goodbye to the life that you lost and all the things that went with it, so that you can embrace the life that loss has forced you to live. This is a 12-week online course that incorporates weekly lessons and videos, everything I make myself, plus live time with me every single Friday, so I can help you troubleshoot and sort through anxieties, roadblocks, or thought patterns that are keeping you from embracing yourself as a grieving person. A lot of therapists, one of my favorites, Lori Gottlieb, who wrote Maybe You Should Talk to Someone, calls this story disruption. This is a course that will help you disrupt whatever story you're telling yourself in the aftermath of loss. This is going to be a lot like doing one-on-one grief guidance with me, if that's ever a wish you had for yourself, but with the support and community of other people. So it's like you get time with me, you get that access to me as a guide, but you also get access to this community of people who is all going on the journey together. So for me, and hopefully for you too, this is a total win-win. You guys have been asking me to create courses for a while. We're going to journal together and have a ton of live discussions together. And by the end of our time, at the end of the 12 weeks, you should be feeling more sure of yourself and more loving towards yourself in your grief. This is not a course, disclaimer here, this is not a course that teaches you how to grieve. I don't know that I could ever teach anybody how to grieve because it's such an individual experience, but it is a course that teaches you how to love yourself as a griever. I'm getting chills right now because I'm getting these images of just these huge, tall cement and brick walls crumbling. It's a lot of wall dismantling that happens when we learn how to love ourselves while we're grieving, and this is what this course is really about. It's a course that returns you home and back to center again when you feel like loss has literally picked you up and dropped you smack dab in the middle of someplace really, really dark and really, really scary. In this course, I'll be sharing my favorite books and resources, conversations from coming back, and stories from my grief journey that I have never shared in any other public space before. So this is going to be a very, very intimate gathering of people in this online course. So if you're tired of feeling anxious in grief, like you can't figure out which way is up, or like you don't know who you are anymore, if you're tired of spinning your wheels looking for the quote-unquote right kind of grief support, or if you're just really tired of going it alone, I made this course for you. Life After Loss Academy begins on January 1st, 2020. And of course, you can find a link to Life After Loss Academy where you can read the whole description of the course, what we're going to be doing every single week, in the show notes. You can also find it on my website at shelbyforsythia.com. Just click the online courses tab and it'll take you right there. Now, if you're a longtime listener of Coming Back, and if you were listening to the top of the show, you know that there's also a giveaway involved here. Because with the launch of Life After Loss Academy in January, with the end of season 7, I'm taking a break from the mic for a little bit, but there's always a giveaway or something special and sparkly that happens when I go away for a little bit. So this time, grief growers, I want to offer you one of 3 scholarships to join me in Life After Loss Academy. This is a big deal. If you have been nodding your head yes this whole episode and saying, I absolutely need Life After Loss Academy in my life, go to shelbyforsythia.com/giveaway-coming-back-podcast and enter your email address for your chance to win. There is literally nothing else you have to do to get one of 3 chances to join me free in the Life After Loss Academy on January 1st. So if this course speaks to you, if you have the time to take a 12-week online course on grief and join us for the live events, and if maybe you're in a place where you're struggling financially right now, please head to my website and enter to win. Pause this podcast. We will all wait for you. Enter to win an opportunity to come into Life After Loss Academy for free, because I would love to work with you and your grief story. The winners will be announced and contacted on my mom's death anniversary date. So just 5 or 6 days or so before the course officially kicks off, I'll be letting you know if you won. And this will be happening in a really, really special live stream that I'm putting together on my Facebook page. So I'll be going live 6 years later to the day when my mom died to announce the winners, who's going to be joining me in Life After Loss Academy, and making one more invitation for any of you who'd like to join us. And you can find a link to enter the giveaway to win one of 3 scholarships to join me in the show notes for this episode. Life After Loss Academy is my heart's gift to yours. It is a collection and compilation of the tools that I learned and created to begin loving the life that my mom's death dropped on my doorstep back in 2013. And no matter what you've lost, whether it's a person, a place, a pet, a home, a dream, I know that Life After Loss Academy can help you create compassion, grace, and a sense of home where there currently isn't any in the aftermath of loss. So I sincerely, sincerely hope you'll join me there. Grief growers, I'm getting such big chills right now, and you know that's my sign for this is such a big deal. This is such a big deal, and I would love to welcome you to Life After Loss Academy. So if this resonates with you, please enter to win the giveaway, enter to win the course, or just go ahead and sign up. Join me there right now. Everything launches on January 1st, 2020. So that's all for this episode and this season of Coming Back. Thank you so very much to the guests who joined me this season on Coming Back: Christina Rasmussen, Rachel Whalen, Sarah Nannon, Alua Arthur, Hope Edelman, Miami Knight, Emily Washkovic, Kristen Meinzer, Christine Carlson, Rachel Richbloom, and Joanne Fink. Season 8 of Coming Back debuts on January 1st, 2020, but in the meantime, keep listening to bonus episodes released here every Wednesday and enter to win one of 3 scholarships to my 12-week online course, Life After Loss Academy, and you can find all of that information in the show notes for this episode. If you liked what you heard on Season 7 of Coming Back, please support the show by becoming a patron at patreon.com/ShelbyForsythia. Thank you so incredibly much this week to Samantha, Tracy, Veronica, Jay, Kara, and Aaron, who all pledged to support Coming Back at $3 per month. Also support Coming Back by subscribing to and leaving a review of this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or Stitcher, following me on Facebook at Shelby Forsythia Intuitive Grief Guide or Instagram at Shelby Forsythia, and above all else, the biggest thing you can ever do for Coming Back grief growers is share this podcast with a friend, because you never know what somebody you love is really going through. As always, an enormous thank you to Addie Goldstein, who composed our lovely theme music. If you have a guest suggestion for a future episode of Coming Back, email me at shelby@shelbyforsythia.com. As always, my dear grief growers, it was beautiful sharing this space and time with you today. I see you, I'm proud of you and the work that you're doing in the world, and I love you. Because even through grief, we are growing. See you in Season 8.